destination utter confusion, is now boarding. Passengers should make their way to gate K1. Please have your boarding pass ready, and if you have any extra dignity on hand, our staff will be happy to check it in for you. Ever since the most recent terror scare free-for-all involving untold numbers of planes and exploding bottles of whatever, there's been a lot of confusion about airport security measures, so we've put together a comprehensive list of things you should and should not do in an airport. You should be well hydrated, i.e. not hungover. You can't bring on any liquids at all, and airlines are charging a fortune these days. You should not pay. At least that's what Ryanair thinks. In the wake of the chaos and mass cancellations of their flights resulting from the war on liquids, they're giving away 4 million free seats to get people flying again. You should do like Ryanair big cheese Michael O'Leary and threaten to sue the government over security measures they couldn't implement without crippling an industry, and then for good measure, call the operations a shambles and a cock-up. Because come on, we were all thinking it. You should not get too skinny. I mean, sure, maybe you'd like to not have to buy that extra seat for your left buttock, but a man in China has already apparently been detained for being too thin compared to his passport photo, so keep the rolls and roll on through. You should take a good shower and spruce yourself up first, because you should not bring deodorant, toothpaste, soap, makeup, or hair gel, unless you just like giving those things away as gifts to the security staff. I wonder what Sergey thinks about that one.
People really care about their information, more so than their hair gel or their toothpaste.
Good point. So you definitely should bring your laptop and your mobile phone. They just have to be screened separately, especially if you've got one of those free Ryanair deals, because they recently became the first airline to let you use your mobiles in flight. Woohoo! Back to the should nots. Now, don't buy a phone in an airport, because apparently they are just chock full of mobiles that people have left and don't even want. According to a survey by PointSec Mobile Technologies, 40 to 50% of phones left in airports are never claimed because people find it easier to just lie on an insurance report and say it was stolen than actually make the trip and collect it. You should take advantage of airport Wi-Fi and read up on some flight attendant blogs. It's like homework or reconnaissance, depending on how you feel about flight attendants. Along the way, you might find a cool link or two that you like the one to this page, which tells you what celebrity you look like. Apparently, I look like all the gorgeous women of Hollywood and John Mayer. And then there's this page that tells you how normal you are. I'm 75% normal. That's the normal amount of normal. I'm like a C student in Intro to Normality. As it turns out, flight attendants have their own blog martyr too. The Queen of the Sky was fired by Delta Airlines for posting inappropriate photos of herself in her uniform. Man, these folks are not fun. Which reminds me of a whole category of should nots. Humor. Yes, avoid humor, parody, jokes, or even lighthearted reference to or, because when you giggle, the terrorists win. And now again with the Ryanair, which, if you were judging from this show, seem to be desperate attention seekers these days, well, they learned the hard way about being positive in the face of terrorism. This ad, calling for people to keep Britain flying, which ties in well with their flight giveaway, not sale, was roundly denounced for trying to profit from the terror scare. Selfish bastards, not selling flights and trying to encourage the world not to let terrorists ruin our daily lives. Well, terror scares seem to work pretty well for Ryanair, don't they? You know who else likes this ad campaign? Oh yeah. You should not? No, what am I on here? Oh, right, smoking. Don't smoke in airports except for inside those little clear plexiglass cages that they set up for you in the farthest corners of the terminal. Yeah, but you know, there's this German entrepreneur, Alexander Schopman, who thinks it's kind of mean as well, so he's trying to start the world's first smoking airline. But it's not for your everyday nicotine addict, because tickets for what is, so far, the only route from Dusseldorf to Tokyo cost about $6,000. Well, that's all for today's show, and thanks to John Reed for illustrating this important airport information.